Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Game Day Squad's Aussie Rules live show. Look what I've pulled in from the garbage outside.
Oh, it's a bit stiff.
Cal's joined me in my setup today. He's come down to my place. We thought we'd do the show live in person this week, and we're excited. First of all, footy's back on a Thursday. Last week was a bit weird, hopping on a Wednesday, chopping it all up. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah, very weird last week. I must say, this definitely is as nice as Studio Hef.
No.
The last studio, I guess, we've been into. You've got some work to do. But it is good to be here. I'm a bit nervous about the showdown. I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want to win. I don't know if I want another loss, because Ken Hinkley, another showdown loss. I'm very nervous about Rosie. There's a lot to chat about.
There's a lot to chat about.
But I want to chat about what I've done because you haven't actually seen the slide deck. I told you not to look at it.
Yeah, you told me specifically, first of all, not to check. So I'm sorry for what everyone is about to see. I had no say in this, by the way. So don't be pointing any fingers at me. This guy right here, all the fingers are getting pointed right there. But do you want to move to the next one? Is that what you're saying?
No, I want to stay on this because I don't know if you've noticed. There's a theme going on tonight. I'm going to go pretty hard with it.
I don't know. I reckon number 11 for Melbourne might be the theme.
Might be. We'll have to see. Have to see. Just make sure you can we sound all right too. I don't fully trust Tom's audio setup, so if we are a bit quieter and a bit funky, please don't hesitate to yell out straight away. But let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Let's go on the next slide. We're here, of course, presented by Game Day Squad, and I thought this week normally would go through the lineups that just dropped. So I think, first of all, how we should start it is let's talk about some of the big names that are in and out. And we've also had some questions dropped in the Discord, which I think we'll get straight into because why not? And I want to hand out some packs from the people who did leave questions on the Discord. So let's get into it. I guess the biggest news of all is Tom Stewart, firstly. Cats getting Tom Stewart back's pretty massive.
Yeah, Tom Stewart's a biggie. They've got the Carlton matchup. Oh, no, sorry. They've got the Melbourne matchup.
They've got the Melbourne, yeah.
So I don't know how I want to do that. He's not currently in my squad yet. Spoiler.
Okay.
I had him in there before. He got out, but he's one. The other one I'm looking at is Toby Green.
Yes.
Why?
You were looking at him before we started.
I was very much looking at him because he loves kicking goals against the Swans. He lives for kicking goals against the Swans. So
all right, mate.
I know Desink was asking, I think it was Desink that was saying before, Tom scrolls up in the chat, was saying, how does the wet weather game for the Swans and Giants impact squad decisions? It's a great question because historically you score less. But there are just so many good players running around. Obviously, Whitfield's a gun. Goulden will be in a lot of squads. Tom Green was good last week, and then Toby Green's back.
Yeah.
So a lot of headaches, and Isaac Heaney as well. So 5 very playable players that could be in people's squads every week. You've got to make a decision on. So
yeah, 100%. Totally agree with that, mate. But some of the other names, Sexton, if you want a pod for the Q Clash, we got Archie Perkins back in for Essendon this week as well. So yeah, a couple names, but again, we touched on it. The big name of it all, Tommy Stewart. Caleb Daniels has been dropped, and I think it's sort of good because like anyone who was considering, it's at least you don't have to make that choice anymore because that's been a tough choice to make. But let's get into some of the Discord questions, Cal. Let's rip in. First of all, Tim wanted to know, are you using your Rosie card tonight? I reckon pump the brakes on that. Let's find out later. We'll answer that. We'll answer that.
2 minutes.
Can't make the live, but here's a question. What are some updates planned for Game Day Squad in the near future that you're most excited about, Cal? I might flick that to you, let you cook for a second here. What are you excited about?
Me? If I could pick one thing, I'd have to say multi-competitions. Now, it's not confirmed yet, but read between the lines. I'm super excited for it. I desperately need another competition.
It's not confirmed, but I'll talk about it.
So, yeah, that is coming quite soon. I'm really excited about that. That'll give coaches not only new competitions to play at, it'll also mean coaches can compete in multiple competitions at the same time. So there's going to be a lot more. If you're loving your Game Day Squad fantasy at the moment, there's about to be a whole lot more of it, which I'm super excited for. I desperately need another comp to try and get one up on you because the classic competition clearly isn't working for me this year.
I don't know if any of the other ones will help either, mate. The way that you're going this year. Can I talk about a feature?
Yeah.
I want to talk about one.
I guess it was addressed to both of us. So yeah.
So I may as well hop in here. But one thing that I love about fantasy, and I always have, is live scoring updates. And do you know what would be amazing? If we could somehow integrate live scoring into game day squads. So, maybe we do have these multi-comps and you could see how all your players are going across all the competitions.
One screen where you could see all the players and all the competitions.
Would that not be a bloody cool feature to have? And maybe, they highlighted some, who knows? There's so many possibilities. That might be one we need to consider for sure. And allegedly we could be.
Yeah, alleged. It's all very hush-hush at the moment. We don't let Tom on too much of it. So, yeah, you just focus on your fantasy. We'll do the rest of this stuff.
Well, I have been focusing on my fantasy in all fairness. We got one more, though. Quick question. Do we back in Tommy Powell this week to bounce back, or is Phillips going to continue to take the role in the midfield? For North Melbourne, mate, I don't have Tom Powell in my squad. I saw this coming, and he was really angry at the last show. Why didn't you start Tom Powell? Because all the numbers said that you should. But he just slowly, his role was just decreasing. And it got to the point where, as you mentioned, Phillips came in last week and ruined him. I just think, look, it's not a horrible play, but there are so many other forwards I'd look at this week. So why would I personally just don't want to take the risk on Tom Powell when I have, and I'll show you my forwards later. And I might even give you a couple of smoky options on the outside, but I don't want to take the risk.
That's fair.
I want to be safe, play a safe game here. No Tom Powell for my squad this week.
Yeah, that's fair. I spoke about him on Tuesday's YouTube show, so if you want to hear my thoughts, go back there because he featured a lot and not in the best light.
Okay. I'm scared to flick this over. What do we got coming? Okay, not yet.
maybe a little one.
Let's talk about round 8. I reckon the Battle of Sydney is going to be the game of the round. I know we got the showdown tonight, the two Adelaide teams, but I know Sydney doesn't have the biggest AFL culture, but we have two bloody elite teams. That's for sure. 2 top 4 teams.
One elite
Two teams. Yeah, the Swans. But 2 teams are going to battle it out, and it's going to get muddy. I'll talk about some of the player choices that I've made later on, but I definitely consider what you think is a good build for wet weather footy.
Yeah.
Because there are some players who don't play good in wet weather footy because it's a sloppier game. It's a more contested game at that. So you want a big body in there who's going to, move some people around.
For me, the Lizard straight away, line through him. I know he was one of the top scorers last week. It's not happening again.
Nah.
Not in the rain. So, there definitely are players.
And it's funny because I didn't realise that Max Gawn is single-handedly taking on the Catters this week who are on top of the ladder.
Well, he pretty much is going to outscore, I reckon, the whole of Geelong with fantasy-wise. Guys, welcome to Max Gawn week. This is the week where you try and get as many Max Gawns as you can into your squad.
How many is that?
Well, it should cap you out at 1. If it's not, then we've got a problem. But what you want to do is you want to try and put as much salary on as you can on big Maxi Gawn this week. He is going to be the number 1 top scorer this week. Best matchup in the whole competition, Max Gawn week. Get around it.
Wow. You're going to go that top scorer?
Top scorer. Lock it in.
Okay. That's a big call, big claim.
Yeah, I reckon I'm talking 150, 160. He's going to go huge this week.
You reckon he's going to score 160 points?
Yeah.
Locked in.
I wouldn't lock in 160. I'll lock in 145. No, all right. 155. How about that?
That's better. Okay. I like that. Yeah. I like that. But what happens if he doesn't hit it then?
What do you mean?
What happens if he doesn't? Well, you're just going to make out all these claims. I get roasted for my tiers every week.
Yeah, your tiers deserve roasting.
Do they?
So much so, I got a surprise for you later.
All right. Well, let's move it on then, because I want to talk about our squads. Hey?
All right. Yeah, I guess the showdown's starting a bit. We're super excited about that. I moved up 2 spots this week. I want to call that out. Up to 38th. Thank you.
You don't know how to work the slide, though.
No. Do you know why? I don't know if everyone can pick that up. It shows it more on your screen a little bit more. It's because I made a last-minute change.
Of course you did.
Toby Green.
You were so in your own head.
Oh, yeah, I am. He'll be out by the time the game starts.
My God.
Let me take you through it. Number 1, Tim asked in the Discord, are you using your Rosie card tonight? I mean, I have to, right? He's my prize card.
He's a 1-of-1 prize card.
He's a 1-of-1. He has been in terrific form when he plays. He was the best player on the field until he did his hamstring last week.
He was definitely the best player.
Until he did his hamstring. Why is he still on the field? I'm super nervous about him. I'm super, super nervous about him. He's not even the sub that's been confirmed. He's playing. I mean, I have to. For the pod where I'm sitting here at the moment, I have to. I don't know. Is anyone else brave enough to play him this week, or is it just going to be me on my own island? Am I going to lose a showdown and see my Rosie card out for the next 4 weeks because he's done his hamstring halfway through the first quarter? I guess that's why I'm here. I couldn't watch this game alone tonight.
I've just checked your bench.
Yeah, is this number 2, Bailey Dale apology tour? People will know that 2 live shows ago, I might have called him washed.
You might have allegedly, definitely called him washed.
And I said he'd been washed for 8 years. And since then, he's gone on to average at 160 points, 170 points over the last 2 weeks. So
he's got a spot in your best 7.
And the apology tour continues. He has to be in there. I can't say I'm sorry and do this big song and dance about him playing so well and then not put him in my squad. So Bailey Dale, I would love nothing more for you to go huge, but then it also gives me a nice opportunity on Tuesday's show. If he doesn't deliver, I can stop this apology tour. Number 3, the Bont. I spoke about the matchup he's got this week, and I just double checking. I know it was a goodie. Hawthorn, of course. He's not a top 6 mid this week, but he's got a top 6 matchup. Better than that. Mids against Hawthorn have been eating all year. I'm playing Bontempelli because of the matchup. I know he's someone that is sort of in and out of a lot of squads. If you're rolling with Bont, I want to hear about it. Are you with me this week?
Yeah.
But yeah, the other big thing that you can call out there is my Gorn Platinum. So
Fair
what do you
call.
think?
Well, first of all, we've had a couple of people join since we got this started. Feel free to ask any questions throughout this live stream. And if you do, and we pull it up on screen, we'll hit you up with a pack coming up straight after. But yeah, triple plat. Well, we'll get into this. I'm surprised they rushed him back so quick. Seems dumb.
Seems dumb. Maybe is dumb.
He's dumb.
How about sending him back on the field last week?
That's even dumber.
That was dumb.
That's dumb and dumber.
Yeah, well.
Ken 13, baby.
He finally makes a decision.
That's why he's the GOAT.
And it's an awful one.
Yeah. But triple plats, and of course, you got your all-star in there as well, and your prize card. So
he bounced back. I told you he'd bounce back to form.
Oh my gosh, shut up with this bounce back stuff, mate. Let's go to my squad. You want to see a good-looking squad? You can look at one because I've gone up 7. You went up 2, but I'm in the top 10. It's all green here. I don't know why yours is also green as well.
Because I went up. It's green if you go up. It's red if you go down.
It's true.
I know it's simple.
You want to know talking about bounce backs? Bradley Hill's going to bounce back this week, and I'm locking him in for 110-plus fantasy points. Because last week, you can see on the screen, 71 fantasy points, right? He's got the matchup this week against North Melbourne. Yep. I love his role at the moment. I just don't think it quite clicked last week. This week, they're at Marvel.
They are
against the Kangas.
This game's not played at the MCG.
Nah, definitely not.
Sorry, fans of North Melbourne and St Kilda, you're not getting no.
But yeah, look, mate, Bradley Hill, 110 fantasy points.
Yeah,
you gave your lock of 155 for Gorn, 110 for that. And on your point with that, with the lock, I also have upgraded Gorn to a silver. So commonly this year, I've actually had a bronze ruckers on the bench.
Yeah.
This week I'm going double silvers, and if I had higher, I'd go higher for each of them as well.
You're finally listening.
Oh my goodness.
We'll get into it after. Interesting. That big question marks in that game, the Saints North one.
Yeah.
Tommy Powell, Bradley Hill, both listed at centre half forward in the teams tonight.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But let's go. The second point, play Bont, play Sam Walsh. I don't know which one to play. I'm currently giving it to Bont the edge. You've got a platinum.
Can I give you a third option?
Yeah, go.
Play both.
Why?
Why not?
Well, okay. This is where we need to talk about something that's been brewing on my mind. And it's going to actually be my 4th thing to talk about, but I'm going to bring it up.
You know Sam Walsh has come back and gone
114 and 116.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on because let me talk about my point. This is very significant. This is going to shock you. I think I'm benching Errol Goulden this week.
No.
With the rain, with the sloppy conditions, I think one of those players we spoke about before that gets impacted the most by that type of weather is a player exactly like Errol Goulden. And I have an all-star. And you asked a question. I have a prize card, Bro Z.
You've got
do I need to play him? I know I do, but I wanted to put it in there to then bring this up. Should I bench him is my point.
I don't know. What is everyone listening?
I'm highly considering benching Errol Gulden.
I feel like whatever I say, you're not going to listen to anyway. So what do you think if you're following along? Do you trust Errol Gulden? He's going to be raining.
Do you know who I trust in this matchup, though? It's Tom Green. He loves some wet weather footy.
He just loves footy.
He can have like 20 tackles in this game.
Yeah.
And Heaney's also a big body, and you can see I've also backed in Heaney.
Is it a row bottom game? Are we getting to that point?
It could be. It could be one of those row bottom games. And as well, let's pull up this comment because I really like this one. Where is she?
The 0-week hamstring.
Not concerned about Caldwell with
like
Perkins back, mate. Caldwell's actually starting on ball. Now, is Perkins going to take some CBAs off him and take some time in the mids? 100%. Let's not get that twisted. It's not like it's not going to impact his role. But when you're starting on ball, just with the role he's been playing, with the CBAs he has been getting, I'm backing him in. I think Caldwell's a good play. Look, he didn't have the most fantastic game last week, 84 fantasy points, but I'm not worried. Corporate Ruse, I think it's a fair question, though. And maybe do start with some caution because, look, there definitely is a world where that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted, yeah.
He was exactly the person I swapped out for Toby Green.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So you took okay.
That was the change I made.
Yeah.
Just seeing Toby Green in there made me want to do it. I just needed to see him back in there. I knew he was coming back in, but just seeing him.
Fair enough.
Thing.
Let's go third point. Zorko role change. Is that a concern? Did anyone watch the Lions get, first of all, absolutely smoked by the Giants last week? I'm hoping the Swans can give up a bit more of a.
It was in Canberra. So
fight.
I
don't know if that matters because it was like a 70-point beatdown.
It was pretty bad. It was easily his worst game of the year.
But it was the role change.
Yeah.
He spent way too much time actually up forward because what was happening before is that he was coming down and he was taking some kick-ins in some games. I'm looking at kicking data. Zorko's running his ass down to the goal square to go get those 4 points.
Which we love.
We love that.
We love. Maybe not for you.
But the first half in particular, in the second half, they sort of unleashed Zorko a little bit. And I'm going to do that with like quotations, unleashed. But look, he definitely did spend a lot more time up forward. And if that's going to become a theme, I do think it's a concern for Zorko moving forward. Is it enough of a concern to take him out of my squad? No. But is it something that I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on and potentially, like others with Powell from last week, this could be a week where he's on the chopping block for me if he doesn't perform.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the numbers. He hasn't been scoring big, though, because of CBAs. So
no, but it's not that he starts in the midfield.
Yeah, I know. It's that's the role. Yeah,
he comes back.
He actually, like you were saying, they're through, and he actually had his season high CBAs last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's actually a shot.
Yeah. You wouldn't think it, but he did. So, no, it's a great question. Forward line, I think a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was last week's show, I said our forward line, the easiest to pick. I take it back. I'm in shambles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on. We're going to go to Tom's tiers because we actually have 25 minutes until the bounce. We're going to have a little bit too much fun here.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let's keep it going, though. Well, right? Let's get it rolling. This is going to be cutthroat. This week, I want everyone in the chat right now, everyone that's here listening, I want you to be so cutthroat about my tiers because I've made some huge, massive changes this week. I think it's going to shock a lot of people.
Is it that Angus Brayshaw is still part of them?
Well, you first of all, come on, you made this, and let's keep him there for,
it's not
for
my face next to them. Look at this clown with Angus Brayshaw still in his tiers. What are you doing?
Oh, he's a fantasy legend. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, we'll carry on.
Go on.
Here's my tiers. I've got Hill, as I said, going to bounce back this week. Zorko, I'm still trusting. I'm hoping he can still just keep that role. Heaney, Goulden is all the way down to a silver because I'm on the fence about this pick. I've had him at a minimum of a diamond for the entire season.
Am I part of the roast? Can I get involved?
Go.
Why would you say that you're unsure about Bont and then put him as a silver?
Matchup.
So that answers your question for you.
But Walsh also has a good matchup. And if it doesn't indicate I have Bont in my squad. So guess who I'm backing in over the two?
Yeah.
I'm not like you. I don't go and make 10,000 changes after this, mate. I'm pretty happy with my squad. Ryan, again, probably didn't play that well last week. What people thought. Bit unders. Good matchup again this week. Hoping he can bounce back.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's go next one. I've lowered Dacos all the way down here. I've got Jordan Dawson. I really like his matchup tonight. I think he's going to play really well. I don't think he's going to have one of those games where he gets like 25 plus disposals, but I see like a goal, maybe like 8 tackles, and hopefully it's like 15 to 19 kicks. And that enough is already going to put him at a gold level for a player this round.
Yeah, all right. I've got actually no big. I'm not upset here at the stage. I know a couple of people are asking you questions already. So far, so good outside of the Bont thing. I'm like, if you're going to play him, but do it with some conviction. We don't need you questioning it.
Well, you have to question something in your squad.
Dawson's a good.
Unlike your whole forward line, I just have 3. Let's move on, eh?
Yeah, let's.
Gawn and Flanders, Platties this week.
Nah,
this is the highest I've had Gawn. Flanders is maintaining that same spot. I think, look, I don't know how good of a day it's going to be for the Suns, but it's going to be a good day for Sam Flanders.
Sam Flanders is one of the best players in the comp right now, fantasy-wise. So, Platinum, this is borderline for him. You tell me you listen about Gawn and then you play a Platinum. If I see Tim English on the next slide... Oh, no.
These are my 2 pigs this week. These are my 2 guys who are going to be in the midfield and go absolutely bananas. Zach Merritt, Caleb Sarong.
Were you trying to do your BT voice for that one? No?
Lloyd. No, if I wanted to do my BT voice, this be a bit more, slower, more conviction. But
I got Merritt. I didn't go Sarong this week. I did not go Sarong.
Don't put him in.
Against Richmond?
Don't put Sarong in. It's okay. Leave him out. He's not having a good game. But I'll tell you what, I reckon Sarong's having a bloody good game this week.
That's fair. What?
2 goats.
No.
These are the 2 fantasy goats for the year.
No. I'm all for you being the leader of the English gang. That's cool. Well done. You got it right.
Yeah, I did.
You outlasted all the Marshall mob.
Outlasted is an understatement.
Yes, you got
We're thriving while they're dying.
Yeah. Unlucky to anyone that's got
I loved him.
Good Marshall cards.
Yes.
No, yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
I like this one. Going over English. Yeah. Someone listens. Thank you, Auntie Booger. Just for that, I know that Auntie Booger was saying that they didn't have who was I asking before? What percentage of coaches are going to run with Jacob Waterman? I've got a spare gold. So just for backing me up there, Auntie Booger, hit me up after the show. I will give you a gold.
You're starting Waterman this week.
Yeah, and I'm going to give Auntie Booger a gold one for backing me in for going over English because that's ridiculous.
Whatever you say. And, okay, this is it. If Tim English comes to the next show and he outscores Big Gawny, you're in some trouble.
I won't be here.
You're in big trouble.
I'll be gone.
Yeah. I'm going to come up with something.
Also,
but I do think you can't roast me like this on the live. And if he gets, especially if it's a flogging. This happened with Marshall. Everyone was backing in Marshall over Tim English and he smacked.
Speaking of surprises, click one more slide because you haven't seen this. I've got my own tiers this week.
We better get through them, man. Let's go.
That's it. It's simple. Don't overthink it. Look at him. Play him. I can't believe I can believe you did it, but it's Max Gawn week, guys. I told you at the start. Welcome to Max Gawn week. Get the best Max Gawn card you can in there. I went and bought myself a platinum before Monday's show. He went straight in. $5 platinum. That's what I got him at.
Nice.
I want to know if people are playing because obviously you play Gawn in English, but don't put your salary on English.
You know what it's time for?
Time to find some people a Max Gawn if they don't have one.
Yeah, time to find some people a Max Gawn.
All right, let's go. Let's see how you do this in person. Hey.
Now, here we are. I've learned my lesson here. It's refresh before opening because it sits there too long and we need that. They need that active session going, to open these packs. But Cal, I guess I'm going to get you to nominate here.
Well,
we've got 4 packs again because we've been rolling on this, and I know it's been some bad luck at the start of the year, but this has been the difference. Having 4. So we'll see. If it doesn't work this week, maybe we revert back to the norm. But whilst it's hot, let's let them fly.
All right. Who wants a player pack? Load it up while we wait for people to comment and if they want to get involved. Open it up and I'll pick someone. Who have we got coming?
So you're going to pick someone here?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to someone who's been pretty active in our Discord, new to the game this year, and we love having them involved. Bowden. Bowden, this is going to be for you, mate. So
Bowden. Good luck, mate. Knowing Cow's luck, though, he'll give you the absolute stinker, and he'll keep a Max Gawn goal to himself.
Oh, all right. Let's go. Left to right.
Let's go.
All right. Right to left. Ruin it. Larky. No one needs a Larky. Not even you, Bowden. We can do better. We can do better. Transfer market. You should another North. We should say you sell them for a cent if we don't take them.
Yes.
So Larky's going for a cent sometime during
I'll tell you
the
what, they absolutely get gobbled up. Like when I put them up, within like I get the notification being like done.
Yeah.
See you later.
Do I want to shield?
And we had a Viney last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That went up.
They went up for a cent.
Laters.
Viney's good. I'm going to take the Shields. Bowden, this is going to be all yours, mate.
Good luck, boys. Let's
Hope
go.
it's someone good. Hope it's a guy with a nice beard and no hair on top of his head. No, sorry, mate. I tried. Sorry, Bowden.
You try your best, you don't succeed.
Alrighty. So I see Jay's asking, we can't see any of the other comments. We've got a lot of people on YouTube. We can see comments coming in from YouTube. So, yeah, I know we're on Twitter as well. So we can see all the comments in one place, but just to call out, they're coming through a few different places. Who are you going to pick for this one?
I'll pick Jay. The poor guy's, he's chilling. He doesn't know where the comments are, but you know where he does know?
He does. He's clearly got one.
He knows where his pack's going, and one of these players is going into his club. And no big animation, but it's okay. Let's go.
When are we doing another
pack
opening video? Surely we've got to do one of them soon. I'm just seeing your
Remember
balance
we
here
did
account. Surely we'd be getting close.
Remember we did the plat?
Yeah, the platinum Sheasel. It's time, I reckon.
And then you got super mad when I deployed him. That is going to the transfer market. Let's not even.
Sinclair. Playable.
Jay, you're getting Jack Sinclair. I'm not risking you getting anything else. And he's actually coming off what I think is his best game of the year.
Yeah.
Or one off. If not. And what am I going to keep? That's good. I'll keep Scott.
Sinclair against North. Should be a nice week. I don't have him myself. I don't know if I got any of the St Kilda boys running around this week. I do not currently have no Saints in. I am going to give, if you scroll up, I think someone else was asking for it. The Corporate Ruse.
He's had a good one. He's had a pack this live and now a card.
Let's get him one. Let's get him. He's all about the legend.
Oh, these animations, though. Give us something.
I'll be honest. If I got the legend gone, I would have been keeping it. I'm sorry.
I don't know if anyone would blame me for it gone. Yeah.
We got to check if he's still out in the wild. Let's go.
Oh, I really like Chimby. You know my thoughts on him.
I do too.
Where's Ashcroft? Oh, no, wait, he's injured. Remember that take?
Yes, I do.
Over the whole their careers, Chimby will be a better player than Ashcroft.
Was this before or after Ashcroft did his ACL?
Before.
Just checking. I'm going to take Jinby myself.
Of course you would.
There's 2 golds there. We're going to do better. We're going to look after the corporate
First of all, there's a silver and a gold.
All right.
You would take the good eagle.
That's going for a cent. Corporate Ruse, which means you get the gold. Corn. Jeez, you brainwashed me here. I'm sorry.
I brainwashed you.
Yeah, Perryman gold.
I think all you've been doing is looking at Max Gawn's head for the past hour before this.
Yeah.
I think you brainwashed yourself.
There you go. All right, last one before we get into it. And then we've got a showdown to lose.
To attempt.
To win.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What do we do here? What do we do? Who do I go with? Let's go Skip. I haven't given one a Skip this year. I think Skip.
Alrighty.
No big animation. But you know what? If you want someone to open your pack, it's me. It's Skip. I'm about to deliver you something. We've got 3 golds here. And we start with the middle. Mick V.
I saw the V and I thought the V in the jersey, not the V in Mick V.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it was gone. That's going
to transfer market, all right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Josh Dacos now.
The better of the Dacoses? Is that what you said the other day too?
Come on, man. Did you see the TikTok that went up?
I did, yeah.
I think I made it pretty clear. My thoughts on Dacos. Maybe Skip, help me. Would you want a Josh Dacos or would you want to roll the dice?
Skip would want to roll the dice.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I reckon you're saying that because you're used to just
shout out Skip
delivering some punishment to people on this.
Skip was our coach and focus in our coach's corner weekly email that went out.
So haven't checked that out.
Check it out.
As Skip would say, up the wires.
Up the wires. He wants to roll the dice. We know Skip.
That's decent talking on his behalf. But you know what? Roll it. Done.
Sorry, Skip. That's your reward for being our coach of the week. I hope you give him a better crack than that. Jeez.
Well, you know what I'll do, unlike you do? I'll change my vote.
No, you can't do that.
I can.
You can't.
I have before.
Yeah, but you shouldn't.
I'm going to change it. I'll have to give him Josh Stacos. I can't take...
Then it's fake.
I can't
then this isn't real. If you do that, it's not real, but it's all right. You be the nice guy.
Do you want... Is that what you're saying? So you're saying I should keep Josh Stacos to make sure we stick to the rules of the blind buy, sell, hold?
I reckon you should open a better pack with some of those funds you have and you give Skip a better card.
I could do that. But
I want to spend your money.
I have something planned.
Oh, pack opening video.
Better.
Yeah. Now?
Not now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Tuned.
It's been brewing. It's been brewing. And I can't tell you because I'm going to rock up to the show one day and you're going to be so blindsided by what I did that you're going to buy
Tim English All-Star.
You're going to run to the other comps and never come back.
Which the other comps? You're suggesting there's multiple?
Well, I think that was the word on the street.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
All right. Well, I'll give him Curtin then. I'll stick to the rules. We do it blind for both of us, so I'll stick to it. I'll keep Josh Stacos. Not that he'll start, but you know what's coming up. I just saw that big inhale of air there. And it's because you're nervous.
I'm not nervous. I'm just angry already. I hate watching Port play.
But what if Rose comes out and has 50 game day score points to start in the first quarter? How angry are you going to be then?
I'll be slightly better.
Slightly.
Slightly better.
That won't change your mood.
Because we'll be down by 5 goals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he had 50 game day scored fantasy points in the first quarter, I don't know if he'd be down by 5 goals. I reckon he's had a pretty good quarter.
I'll probably be pretty happy.
Yeah.
I want to see how Houston goes as well. And Geordie Dawson. I don't want to even talk about the showdown. No, it's on. It's a great fantasy game.
Yeah.
I know you're excited for it.
I'm very excited. I got my All-Star coming to play.
Yeah.
You've got your prize card coming to play. It's a big game for our little rivalry.
Yeah, it is.
It's not much of a rivalry, though. It's more like, what?
Miami.
Swans versus North?
Yeah. North versus winning games. Football.
You got one on me, though.
Yeah.
To be fair.
North get one every now and again.
You're just praying for the bye.
Yeah.
The bye might come for you soon, and then we can.
Don't know if anyone ever saw that video that floats around on YouTube. Port Adelaide losing to the bye. The amount of times I got sent it when I was in high school. Shout out if you haven't watched it. Google Port Adelaide loses to the bye.
It's one of the funniest videos that when you showed me that, I was in tears.
Yeah.
Definitely watch it if you haven't. And I reckon it's a good way to get ready for the showdown as well.
Yeah.
To see Port lose to the bye. But here are some of the big name players. There are plenty. How many people are starting Crows forwards? Before we go, we've got about 11 minutes to the first bounce. I know they've been up and down this year. We've got Rochelle, Rankin, Keys. Is anyone backing in one of those players to get into their forward line? Because I currently don't. I don't have any of the ladder we just spoke about. Does anyone have a Butters in their squad this week? I do
like Butters this week because I just don't think Rosie lasts the distance.
Okay.
I don't see how he lasts the distance.
I reckon it's one of those games because of the circumstances that Butters has to step up.
Yeah. Rankin says Timo, he's going to play him.
Like in Rankin, he's coming off a really tidy game last week, but I guess a lot of people have tidy games against North.
Yeah, it's a...
Auntie Booger, Butters and Dawson, love it. That's pretty, honestly, they're probably two of the better players. Normally Rosie, but not confident. So you're starting Butters over Rosie. Look, I like it to be a bit safer. Corporate Brews, Dawson and Houston, love that as well.
No Rory Laird? Have we seen a Laird yet?
We haven't seen a Laird. I just think it's one of those games where the Port mids and how they operate. Laird needs to have a cuddle, and no one's going to want to give him a cuddle.
And that's probably something to call out. Midfielders do not score well against Port Adelaide.
Traditionally, yeah.
Because...
But you know who did?
We
Zach Merritt.
Zach Merritt, but
That was a nice game to watch.
his team lost by 80 points or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. But he still played well.
And he looks good in the photo you got with him after the game.
I'm not a D supporter. Doesn't matter for me.
So, because Port Adelaide do win the clearances, we just fumble it from there. So,
you normally dominate the clearances, in all honesty.
no, it's the best
But
thing
it's
we
the,
do.
it's the exit.
It's the
after
other
the,
thing. Yeah, after that is
it's to
bomb it to Dixon, and then Dixon's not there because he can't get to the ball.
yeah,
Yeah.
and them Layson is gone. And yeah, it's a tough forward line to. How about your legend? When are you going to deploy that? You know, Cal has a legend, Todd Marshall. Everyone, if you don't know.
Well, funny you say that. If only there was another competition I could enter into while playing in the classic competition, where I could deploy my one legend, which I bought off Kerm.
You know what I would like, because it would just take
You
complete
can't
skill.
see it, but he's there.
Just imagine if there was like a bronze salary cap. That'd be pretty cool.
A competition where you can only play bronze cards.
Because then you couldn't, the discrepancy between because unfortunately you didn't pick that good of a prize card. But if you picked a better one, it would be unfair.
Yeah.
It's like your Sheasel All-Star who's averaging 2,000 million. No, he's not actually. But he's averaging
He pretty much is.
150 fantasy points standard. Is that ever going to slow down? I'm sorry.
I told you he's going to come back to form.
Oh, gosh. All right. But look, you know what, mate? We have got 8 minutes until the bounce, and we need everyone that's watching right now, get yourself a snack, get a feed, get yourself a drink, and get ready for what's going to be a great fantasy game. If you're a Port fan, I don't know how much you're going to love what you're about to see, because it's lose-lose. You win, you lose, you lose, you lose.
Yeah.
Well, actually, maybe you win if you lose.
Well, you still lose, but Ken's closer to losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, okay.
That's a win.
There's some sort of a win somewhere in there. But all righty. That was a bit of fun. It was good.
I appreciate you inviting me to your studio. We can do some work here, but
We'll get some work done. We'll get some work done. And I'll tell you what, if Max Gawn comes off a stinker next week, don't bother showing up to this
next
live.
week it could be you on the show instead of me.
I'm recruiting, by the way. So DM me on Discord if you want to be part of our show, because, yeah,
Fantastic. And I think we're going to be out and about on the Discord tonight. We're going to have it up. So
it will be.
let us know how you're going. And
message me if I put up the questions in the show for your pack, for your players as well. At least I'm giving out one good player, a Silver Sinclair. But alrighty, you legends. Thanks for tuning in as always. We'll catch you all in the next one, eh?